Just as some Jedi fall to the dark side of the Force, some Sith Lords themselves grow to embrace pieces of the light side. Today, we will explore the story of the ancient Sith Lord that ultimately became a Grey Jedi and established a new Force-using order among the stars, an order known as the Black Guard. Volta Donat was a dark Jedi who trained under the Sith Lords just before the reign of Darth Bane and the Rule of Two. Luckily enough for him, before the Sith Lords were destroyed by Darth Bane, he opted to leave the order as he believed the light side had many benefits. Following a fierce lightsaber duel with the leader of the Sith Order at that time, Lord Khan, Volta fled to the planet of Mustafar. Volta grew of the opinion that there was no light or dark side of the Force at all throughout the galaxy, and that the light and dark resided within oneself. Darth Volta eventually turned away from his master Lord Khan, as well as the Sith. He did so primarily because it became not his ultimate goal to achieve power, but to achieve knowledge. Volta wanted to understand the universe, while the Sith Lords wanted to control it. After leaving the Sith Order, he knew that the Sith Lords would soon hunt him down, and therefore he believed he had to become more powerful in order to stop them. For the next few years, he ventured throughout the galaxy seeking knowledge, both from the ancient Sith as well as from the Jedi. Volta hid in the shadows, attempting to learn all he could while remaining hidden from both the Jedi and Sith that hunted him. Eventually, Volta traveled to the planet of Mustafar in search for Sith knowledge, and to his utter shock, he discovered a Jedi temple. After obtaining all the knowledge he could from the temple, he decided this was the time where he would begin to take apprentices and train them in a new way to view the Force. However, Volta was still deeply ingrained in the dark side of the Force, and therefore still chose to use a red crimson lightsaber as his primary weapon. The Black Guard became famous for not adopting a single philosophy, but instead taking pieces from every Force-using order they could learn from. The Black Guard clings to the principle that acquiring knowledge is superior to exerting physical power. This did not mean, though, that the Black Guard did not fight, as many of their principles were still ingrained in the dark side of the Force. In a way, the Black Guard represented Dark Grey Jedi, a Force user that believed in the existence of the light as well as the dark side within themselves, but would still exert that if need be. What was most unique about the Black Guard is their members were scattered all throughout the galaxy, each knowing something that the other did not. What this essentially meant is that there wasn't a sole Black Guard order, more of a way of life for a Force user. Although they were not Sith Lords, Black Guards were considered one of the most dangerous types of Force users and ways of life. Black Guards in some cases were just as powerful as Jedi Masters, and even Jedi Grandmasters. Not only were they willing to attain knowledge from both the light and dark side of the Force, but unlike some Jedi, they were fully willing to use it. As the Order of the Black Guard progressed, they have been most compared to the original Jedi Order, who believed in both the light and dark side of the Force, and maintaining balance between the two. They are also like the original Jedi Order, as their main goal is to achieve knowledge, not power. Many of its members have also been compared to the Sith Lord Darth Revan, who practiced both the light as well as the dark side of the Force. Unlike the Jedi and Sith Order, the Black Guard is always changing the way they think and the way they operate. This was just like Revan operated during his time as both a Jedi as well as a Sith. We learn from those who came before us and gain strength from their triumphs and failures. As a Jedi, Revan was a warrior who slaughtered armies. As a Sith, Revan was a teacher who trained 1,000 dark apprentices. Eventually, Jedi and Sith both turned on Revan, but instead of being destroyed, Revan was reborn. But that is the story of the Black Guards and this sort of dark grey Jedi that exists somewhere within the Star Wars mythos. Something else interesting to explain is that Darth Sidious once tried to exterminate all of the Black Guards within the known universe. However, they were simply too many in number and too spread out for Sidious to successfully hunt them all down. And because of this, the Black Guards still remain. But what are your thoughts on this sort of dark grey Jedi order that exists within the Star Wars mythos, and had you heard of the Black Guards before this video? As always, thank you guys so much for watching. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.